chosen ones, empaths, you see, during the ending phase of a narcissistic relationship, there's often a lot of hatred poured out from the narcissist towards us. A lot of devaluation, a lot of hatred, a lot of real horrible words that don't make us feel very good in ourselves. But one thing I want you to understand is don't believe these words. I'm sure you know by now that the narcissist lies, they manipulate, they cheat, they steal, they're frauds, basically. So even when the words hurt, I don't want you to believe them. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of what they're doing is projecting their own feelings of low self-worth, low self-esteem, and they project that onto you. So I don't want you to believe those things. And the thing is, right, so the relationship ends for whichever way you were discarded, reverse discarded, or you had to cut them off because they got so toxic. The relationships come to an end. You've gone east, they've gone west. You think to yourself, because of how the last period of the relationship went, where they called you every name under the sun, they told you you're nothing, you're worthless, they triangulated you. I'm just listing off things here that might have happened, right? You know, basically if you viewed it from an outside perspective, it wouldn't look like they view you very highly, right? But the thing that actually takes place is, initially, those things are all on the forefront. That's the way they're viewing you. They want to devalue you. They don't appreciate you, and they're expressing all this hatred towards you, right? But if you go quiet, right? If you go quiet, you let them go, you don't chase after them, even if you made the mistake of chasing after for a little while, but eventually you got the message and you pulled away, you pulled the plug on it. These memories of the bad times will fade within the narcissist, especially if you were the one that was discarded. If you were the one that was discarded, especially in this scenario, the bad memories fade over time. So at the beginning, they'll be thinking, yeah, this person's worthless, this person's nothing, and they won't, you know, that's how they feel about you, right? But as time processes on and they meet a new supply and they go on with their lives, these bad times fade. But in our situation, if we were discarded, we remember the good times early on and then start to remember the bad times. But it happens in reverse with a narcissist. With a narcissist that actually discards. This can still take place as well, even if you were reverse discarded or you cut them off. But what I'm saying is all of that heightened hatred that was displayed during the ending period of the relationship, it fizzles out. They no longer remember that stuff. They no longer remember that at all. And they start to begin to be haunted by the good times. This supply source that you offered, this potent supply source that you offered, haunts them. Really badly haunts them, because this supply source that you offered made them feel so alive, made them feel so worthy, made them feel loved, made them feel complete. And when they don't have that, they have a very big void in their lives. And all they've got to do to try and compensate that, or all they can do, should I say, all they can do is remember the fond memories together. And this is what will run through the course of the narcissist's mind. All of the fond memories they had together when you was loving them, making them feel secure, making them feel complete. pure love, that potent supply source that you was offering as an empath and a chosen one. That's all they can remember. And then they find themselves in the scenario with the new supply, and the new supply might be trying their best, but they're not connecting. They're not connected with the new supply yet. They haven't connected emotionally properly because they've got so much emotions running through the course of them from you. They're unable to connect with a new supply source. They're actually unable to connect because of these memories that haunt them, right? And let's just say, for the sake of the video, this new supply that they're with is a great person, or an empath even. Let's just say, for the sake of the video, that, because a lot of you don't believe they downgrade. A lot of you don't believe that they actually move on and make bad decisions and end up with a dusty. But let's just say, for the sake of the video, they was with someone good. They're not even going to be able to reciprocate the positives of this new person in their life because they're so caught up on your memory and the good times and this fond memory that circulates through their head about you, of this supply source that they once were offered, because they become accustomed to the supply source that you expressed, the supply source that was expressed from you. They become accustomed to this supply source. They become used to this supply source. This is the supply source that built them up. So without it, they feel empty, they feel devoid, they feel a void. And to fill that void, they get further and further into this new relationship to try and block out these feelings, engaging in sexual activity, promiscuity, risky behavior. But really, this is a sign, this is part of a narcissistic collapse, this will be part of a narcissistic collapse. The early signs, I believe, is when they can't get over the fond memories that they have with you. And there are, like, even us, right? Even us. I know I say all times were bad. I say that all times are bad with a narcissist. That's the way I look at it now. But there was a bond there between two individuals. I know one was a narcissist and one was an empath, but fundamentally speaking, there was a bond there. I know it was more leverage was on the side of the narcissist because they was exploiting you and such, but there was an actual bond there between two human beings. Even though these are plugged into demonic entities and they're reckless and horrible individuals, fundamentally there was a connection that you two shared. And we can, early days on, we're remembering those good times when we were just discarded, for example. If we were just discarded, they were remembering the good times. We're thinking about the good times. We're hurt about the bad things they're saying about us. But as time proceeds, as someone who's discarded, especially, I can talk to this from experience, because if you are discarded, you start to evolve into dislike of the narcissist, and you start to see through the strings that were controlling you, and you start to see them as a real bad person. You start to awaken to that. But the narcissist hasn't got anything to hate you for. All of what they were doing at the end of the discard or end of the relationship, or even if it was a reverse discard, all of what they were doing at the end timing was displaying like phony hatred. It wasn't based upon anything. It was just them being unstable as a person. They were being unstable, and they started to project all this hatred onto you. It had no leg to stand on. So what they're left with is these fond memories about you that haunt them forever. They can go on, they can go on with plenty of more supplies, but they're always going to remember that fondness that you brought to their life. And I know this to be true. If you know what you offered to that dusty weirdo, right? You know what I'm saying? When we was asleep, what we actually offered to them, we treated them so well. We done a lot of good deeds for them, right? Yeah, there might have been a bit of chaos, name calling and this and that and this and that, whatever. But fundamentally speaking, at the core of it all, we was offering a unique supply source, real love, real honesty, real transparency, real reciprocation, real reciprocity, and we was really trying to make this a functionable relationship. We was really trying, through all of the chaos and the twists and turns, we was really actually trying to make this a functionable relationship. And through those times, these memories of us when we was acting in this way, acting in accordance in that way, these memories will forever haunt the narcissist. They will never get over losing a potent supply source like yourself. Someone who they actually got so accustomed to and used to, that maybe you was with them for a number of years. Regardless, the impact you make for the period of time that you were together, even if they were with a new supply for longer than they were with you, the impact you made in their lives was so tremendous that it doesn't matter. You're not competing with the new supply. All it is the narcissist has not let go of the feelings that they have for you. They can't let go of the feelings they have for you. And they've got themselves in a bit of a pickle, in a bit of a mix-up, because they're with someone new now. They've declared all these feelings and love bombed the new supply, when really they're not even connecting on a spiritual level like they connected with us. So they will be haunted by your memory long into the future. Long into the future. And as long as you keep it door slam bolted and warded it shut, and you don't let them back in, and you don't give them no option to get back in, and you avoid even engaging with them, you know, there's no way that, you know, you're going to hear hoovers while they're with the new supply. They're going to try to reach out to you. They know they need you back in their lives, and they're stuck, and they don't know how to actually get you back now, because of the bridge that's burned, because of what they've done to you at the ending of the relationship. They don't know how to repair the damage that's been done, so they for eternally live with this fond memory of you. That actually causes them a lot of pain, upset, makes them unstable, makes them unbalanced, makes them not coherent in the relationship they're in now, and they suffer, you know? This is why I always say to the commenters that say, oh, they're happy now, they're off with a new supply and I'm with no one, and da 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 da. Listen, you've got to see the real picture, you know? You can't just be with people, become intimate with people if it was that type of relationship, a romantic relationship. Bond with someone to the degree they bestly can, even though they can't pair bond, but they bond to a certain degree. There's a bond there. And then just think that you can wash your hands with someone and engage with someone new and everything's going to work out fine for you. You know, it's not working in the way karma works. It's not working in the way that the universe works. It's not working in the way they're backwards thinking. They're doing things that they're not, you know, you reap what you sow, right? And we was planting positive seeds throughout the relationship, with the love, with the care, with everything like that. We was planting positive seeds. These lot were planting negative seeds. These lot will go on and have to deal with regrets and pain and hurt. This is what they go through. And yes, they mask it like they don't care. They're wearing a mask. They act like they don't care. They act like they're not bothered. They act like they're unfazed. They're with someone new. They're acting, they're getting married. They're having children. They're covering it all up. This narcissist is haunted by the memory and the fondness of the supply that you used to once offer. And they will never get it back as long as you don't let them. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. If you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, a spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.